Before we start today's topic, let's recap uh, what we discussed in the last class. Let me share my screen. Let's go to D drive. We completed 1 month, almost, not almost, it's more than 1 month, I believe. So you should be able to write queries and understand the queries easily now, right? So let's recap quickly what we discussed in the last class. Can you tell me? Can you help me?
Index.
Sorry?
Index.
Yes.
Index.
Okay. Index. Right. So can someone summarize and tell me what is index and what is the use of this? What is the limitations of this index? First, let me know who will tell. You can raise your hand. There is a raise hand option. There is a raise hand option. Yeah. Yes, Vinay. Please go ahead. Go on.
Index is used for easy and quick search or to avoid the full scan of the records.
Okay. Yeah. Can you mm, elaborate? Like whatever you are understanding, you tell me. Put it in words. Okay, that's fine.
Uh,
Can you tell me more?
it has more limitations than the uses. And
No. First, you have to tell uses. Then only you can tell limitations.
uh, it is used for
Hmm.
uh, specific. It is used for when we search for specific data or less than 50% of data. It
Hmm.
use it use it will be useful nowadays.
Okay. Now continue. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about index?
And it has cons.
Yeah.
More cons. It will unnecessary unnecessary index will consume the resources and make the system slow for output.
Okay.
That's all. And I
Okay.
did not.
Really appreciate. So anyone else also try and add some more to this? You can raise your hand. Yeah. Please, Divya. Go on.
Index is avoid the full table scan.
Very good.
We scan only specific column by using this index address.
Okay.
Uh, by you by creating unnecessary indexes,
Hmm.
the performance issue caused.
Fine. Okay. Good.
We are
Hmm.
if you if you fetch
Hmm.
bulk data,
Hmm.
the index not used that much.
Great. Great.
If only we fetch less data, in that time only the index will be used.
It is used every time, but in that time only we can see the benefit out of index.
But we want to fetch bulk data,
Yeah.
this is not that much use.
Yeah, this is not recommended because there is no benefit we get from the index because it is getting more data.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Anything else you want to say? Add?
No.
Very good. Really appreciate. Yeah, Saujanya, please go on.
Yeah, if we have millions or billions of data and we have to fetch a small amount of data or with select means multiple times, so we use index and it saves a lot of time of instead of scanning full data again and again and again. We can make one index at a time and we can use it.
Okay. Fine, guys. Yeah. So keep it up. So let me recap from my end. Okay. So index. So I'll start like this. So whatever your understanding is absolutely correct, but I'll put it in a structural way. Somebody asked me what is an index. So I have to start from beginning point and slowly go to the ending point, right? So I cannot start with ending point and end with beginning point.
You are on mute.
Oh, sorry, I'm speaking. I'm speaking on mute. Okay, so keep it up. So all your understanding is correct. Let me recap from my end. So let's put the understanding in a structural way. Let's start with some beginning point and close the explanation by ending point. So let's not start with ending point and close with the beginning point. Okay. So let me put it in this way. So what I can say, index is a database object. We can create index, okay, on any table, on any column of a table, right? So index helps us accessing the table fast. Okay, index helps accessing the table fast because index stores the address of that column. When a record is inserted, we have an index on particular column. So as soon as that record is inserted in the table, that record address or some index information is stored as part of index. Okay, so index is helpful and beneficial only when you fetch the data. That means only when you use DQL, data query language. That means select query. Okay, when you are working with select query on any table, it has a huge data. You want to fetch a little amount of data. Instead of doing the full table scan, to avoid that full table scan, index helps us and fetching the right data with the use of its own the address information that it is storing. Okay, fine. So index, there are three types of indexes what we discussed. There is B-tree index, which is a default index. Again we have bitmap index. Again we have third one, what is that, function based index. So this point you all missed. Okay, so B-tree indexes are default indexes that are created. Okay, so bitmap index and function based index. B-tree indexes are used, out of B-tree indexes we have unique index and non-unique index. B-tree bitmap is used on the columns where the values are very less, like all are repeated, not very less, all are repeated values, like if you take any table, gender value, boolean values like true or false, yes or no, 0 or 1, okay, some repeated values, you create bitmap index, right? So kind of Aadhaar number, unique values, okay, and PAN number, passport number, employee ID, any this kind of unique information we create unique index, B-tree unique index. Okay, and if you want to fetch the information on any function like upper of name, count of ID, any on function, you are trying to fetch the data, you are using a function in the filter and fetching the data. If you want that fetching should be fast, then you have to use function based index. That means what? When you are creating index, you have to use function based index, function of that column. Okay, and one more thing, you can also create index on one or more combination of columns, one column or more than one combination. Okay, and index is beneficial when you are trying to fetch a little amount of data from your entire data. Okay, it is not that much benefit when you are trying to fetch majority of data from the table. There is no much difference in the speed. Okay, and the next point, limitations. So I can talk about limitations. So as you know, index is index, Dinesh, closer. As you know, index is helping us in fetching the data. It's increasing the speed of accessing the data, and it's avoiding full table scan while fetching, right? But the limitation is, if you want to insert the data, if you want to update the data, if you want to delete the data, which is DML, right? So it has some significant issue. What is that? So the performance may be degraded while you are doing a bulk insert. So that is because when you are inserting a record, it will insert the record, also it will try to insert that particular record address also in the index. So it will take more time. So that's the reason, if you have some bulk insert or bulk update or bulk delete, what we do, we generally in the real time, we drop the indexes, do our DML and recreate the indexes, right? Yeah. So this is one more point, right? And one more thing, we are this is when you are inserting, updating, deleting the target database. We are the owners. We can ask for dropping indexes, we can ask for recreating indexes, or we can do ourselves if we have privilege. Fine. But what about source system? Source system, yesterday I got 1 million data. Today I am getting 1.5 million data or 2 million data. 2 million data. Okay. So I am not sure they rebuild the indexes or not. But fetching, while fetching also my index is not giving that much, it's not working that much fast. What we have to do? We have to rebuild the index. We have to ask them to rebuild the index, because there is a drastic change in the select, like in the source system. Yesterday 1 million, last week 1 million, this week I am getting 2 million. So index should be rebuilt. We have to check with source team. Did you rebuild the index? If not, please rebuild the index. If index is rebuilt, everything is set. That address and all, every execute plan is set. Especially execute plan. It's not address. Execute plan is set. So that our select query execute plan is set na, our select query will be fast. That is the reason we have to ask for rebuild the indexes to improve the performance of our select query. Fine. So this is how we can say. If I am talking almost 2 to 5 minutes, right, on this topic. So interviewer will be impressed, and if he has 10 questions in his list, out of your 20 minutes interview or 30 minutes interview, he cannot ask all 10 questions. As long as you are speaking true information, so he will try to listen. If he understand that yeah you have a stuff, then he will ask you to stop and go for next question. That is different scenario. But he'll get good impression is one point, and your number of questions you are going to face is less. That is second point. Right? So this is what we discussed. Agree with me?
Yes.
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 Yeah. So please try to put your words in a structural way. Start with the starting point, and don't repeat what you said again, and end with the ending point. If you get anything in your mind later, then you can mention that, no problem. Okay. 1 second. Give me a minute. So let's today discuss subqueries. Okay, and if time permits, let's touch base some functions also, Oracle functions. Fine. Now, what is a subquery? Simply we can say in single line, if you want to say what is a subquery. A query within another query, a query within a query is called as subquery. So as of today we are writing only one query, maybe it is a join or maybe it is a union or maybe it is a simple select query, right? So that is a normal query. So if you are writing a nested query, that is called subquery. A query within a query is called subquery. Okay. First, let me tell you what are the different types of subqueries and all. Then we start with the examples. Okay. So these subqueries, so we use with our SQL statements, not only in the select, but also you can use in for with update, but also use with delete also subqueries. So let me tell you. So first, let's talk about in the select statement. In select statement, where we can have another query. For example, we are writing like this. Let me open the database. Fine. So as of now, like this we are writing, select employee ID, comma. So if I want to get the column names, I have to first complete the query like these employees. Okay. Then I can go and fetch with the help of SQL developer, I can write like this: employee yes ID, comma, first name, comma, last name, comma, salary, comma, commission, comma, department ID. Okay. So from here employees, where department ID in 10, comma, 30, comma, 50, comma, 70, comma, 90. This is normal, a simple query I am writing. Okay. So what I am trying to fetch from this query? I am not on mute, right? Yes. What I am trying to fetch from this query?
Department ID of number 10, 30, 50, 70, 90. You have to get the details like employee ID, first name, last name, salary, commission percentage.
Okay, yeah, you can go on mute. So I am trying to fetch employee data like ID, first name, last name, salary, commission and department from the employees table, but it's only for the employees who are working in 5 different departments: 10, 30, 50, 70, 90. So this is our simple query. So what I mentioned, subquery. Subquery is a query within another query, right? So where and all we can have that subquery. Another query, a piece of another query, where we can have that another query. So we can have that another query in the where class. We can have that another query in the from class also. We can have another query in the select class also. So that means I can write another query within this department. I can write another query within this employee from class. I can write another query within this select columns list, select class. So that's purely depending upon the requirement. Okay. So now let's understand what are the different types of subqueries I mentioned. Now let's understand what are the how we can write and what are the requirements when we can go with where subquery from select. Okay. So let's write some notes here. So we can write the subquery So these subqueries can reside in the where class, from class, or select class. Okay, now let's discuss where class. How we can write this where class, this subquery in the where class, and how it works. So a subquery in the where class is also called as nested subqueries, is also called as nested subqueries. Okay, so let me give you an example how we can write it, right? So now I have to take, for this I have to take one requirement, then only you will understand very well. Now let me think of a requirement. Let me check the tables so that I can give one requirement. Okay. Fine. So now I have one requirement. Okay. So that is display employee ID. Okay. Name, salary from employee table, who is working in, executives department. Okay, so this is my requirement. Okay, so this is normal statement, I just commented it, it's not a SQL statement. Fine. So now guys, you tell me, so to write a simple query and find that executives department, do we have the department name here? Let me write this, select staff. Let me remove this one also. Okay. So మనం ఏం చేయాలి? We have to display employee ID, name, salary from employee table. Okay, and I want employee table, and also what is the condition? I want only the employees who is working in executives department. In this department, whoever is working, I want to display their employee ID, name, salary. Okay, so here I just tried my I checked my employee table. I have employee ID, name, salary, everything. I have job ID, commission, manager ID, department ID. Do I have department name here?
No.
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 But how can I write? If I write select star from employee, where department name equal to executive, will that work?
No.
No, because we don't have that column. Invalid identifier error we will get. Okay. So here, where is that department name? We have to check. Where is the department name?
Yes.
Department
In
table.
Department table.
Department table. Okay. Then how can we write this? Using subquery, let me write this. So using subquery, where class subquery I am writing. Where class subquery, which is also called as nested subquery. See, I am writing select employee ID, comma, first name, comma, last name, comma, salary, right? Salary from employees. Okay. So what I will do, I will fetch executives. Where is that executive? I will fetch the executive department ID from department table and pass this department ID to this table using nested subquery. How I will do that? See, select star from employees where I only have department ID from this table. So I will put department ID equal to department ID equal to wait. Department ID equal to, if you already know, you can simply give 90, but we don't know which is executive. We don't know. Do you know? Do you remember? No. In the real time data, where which data we have, millions of data, we don't remember, but for that we have to write query, right? So what I will do, where condition department ID equal to, here I will put two parentheses, open brace, close brace. Okay. In this brace I will write another simple query. What is that? Select department ID, okay, from departments table where department name equal to, copy,
It's
okay. So let me take this subquery separate. So what it will do, this query? ఈ క్వెరీ ఏం చేస్తుంది? డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్లో ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ అనే డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్తో ఉన్న రికార్డ్ ఐడిని రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది, ఐడిని సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది, ఫెచ్ చేస్తుంది. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఇది అర్థమైంది క్వెరీ, సింపుల్ క్వెరీ. డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్ టేబుల్లో ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ నేమ్తో డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడిని ఫెచ్ చేస్తుంది, రైట్? ఎనీ డౌట్? దిస్ ఐఎమ్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ దిస్ క్వెరీ.
No.
So what I am doing, I am passing this value 90 value instead of hard coded 90. నేను డైరెక్ట్గా 9090 అని ఇవ్వకుండా, బికాస్ ఐ డోంట్ నో, ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ ఇవాళ 90 ఉండొచ్చు, రేపు 100 ఉండొచ్చు. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ షూర్. ఐ కెనాట్ గో అండ్ చెక్ ద డేటా అండ్ రైట్ క్వెరీ. మనల్ని ఎవరైనా క్వెరీ రాయమన్నప్పుడు డేటాను, బేసిక్ డేటాను మనం చెక్ చేసి రాయాలి, కానీ డేటాను చెక్ చేసి ఇక్కడ ఓకే ఐ కెన్ గివ్ 90. నో, ఇట్స్ నాట్ లైక్ దట్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఏ జనరిక్ క్వెరీ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద గివెన్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్లో ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ యొక్క డీటెయిల్స్ కావాలి. సో ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్లో ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ యొక్క ఐడి 90. ఫర్ దట్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ ఏ క్వెరీ. సెలెక్ట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి ఫ్రమ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్ టేబుల్ వేర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్. సో ఐఎమ్ పాసింగ్ దిస్ వాల్యూ, వాట్ ఎవర్ వాల్యూ కమింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ క్వెరీ, ఐఎమ్ పాసింగ్ టు దిస్ క్వెరీ. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? Select employee details from employees where department ID equal to, I have department ID in this column, in this table, right? So where department ID equal to this query. This query gives, so now tell me, I am executing this. See, employee, these employees are working in executive department. These employees are working in executive department. Okay, so now tell me, I'll ask you a simple question. Now how many select queries we have in this query?
Two.
2. So this is also called as subquery or nested subquery. Okay. So I'll say select 1 and select 2. So I'll say this first select as select 1, this second select as select 2. Okay. Now tell me in the background. So I am putting it here select 1. I am naming it as simply. ఇది ఫస్ట్ సెలెక్ట్ అని చెప్తున్నా. సో ఈ లోపల ఉన్నది సెకండ్ సెలెక్ట్ అని చెప్తున్నా. ఓకేనా? సో నౌ ఐ వాంట్ టు ఆస్క్ యూ మీ అండర్స్టాండింగ్, అదర్వైజ్ మీ లాజికల్ థింకింగ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ చేసుకోవడానికి అడుగుతున్నా. నేను సెలెక్ట్ 1 లోపల సెలెక్ట్ 2ని రాసేసిన విత్ ఇన్ దిస్ బ్రేసెస్. ఓకే, ఐ ఎగ్జిక్యూటెడ్. నౌ ఐ గాట్ 3 ఎంప్లాయీస్ హూ ఈజ్ వర్కింగ్ ఇన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్. ఓకే, నౌ టెల్ మీ సెలెక్ట్ 1 ఫస్ట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుందా, సెలెక్ట్ 2 ఫస్ట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుందా?
Select 2.
Select 2.
ఓకే, వెరీ గుడ్ వెరీ గుడ్. ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుందనంటే సెలెక్ట్ 2 ఫస్ట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. సెలెక్ట్ 2 ఈజ్ అన్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ క్వెరీ, అంటే దీన్ని తీసుకొచ్చి పక్కన వేసుకొని మనం ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసినా వర్క్ అవుతుంది. రైట్? సో దిస్ ఇస్ అన్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ క్వెరీ. మనకు ఈ సెలెక్ట్ 1 రన్ అవ్వాలంటే సెలెక్ట్ 2 రన్ అయ్యి దాని అవుట్పుట్ వస్తేనే సెలెక్ట్ 1 రన్ అవుతుంది. అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇట్?
Yes.
ఓకే, లెట్ మీ రిపీట్. సెలెక్ట్ 1 రన్ అవ్వడానికి సెలెక్ట్ 2 అనేది డిపెండెన్సీ ఉంది. కానీ సెలెక్ట్ 2 రన్ అవ్వడానికి వేరే సెలెక్ట్ మీద ఏమైనా డిపెండెన్సీ ఉందా?
No.
సో దిస్ ఇస్ అన్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ సెలెక్ట్. సెలెక్ట్ 2 అనేది ఇండిపెండెంట్. సో ఇక్కడ సెలెక్ట్ 2 రన్ అయిన తర్వాత దాని అవుట్పుట్ వస్తుంది. రైట్? దట్ అవుట్పుట్ ఈజ్ గివెన్ యాజ్ ఇన్పుట్ టు సెలెక్ట్ 1. అంటే ఏంటి ఇక్కడ? సెలెక్ట్ 2 ఈజ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటెడ్ ఫస్ట్ అండ్ సెలెక్ట్ ఇట్స్ అవుట్పుట్ is given as input to select 1. Okay, and then select 1 you will use it and select 1 will return the output. Select 1 will execute and return the output. Okay, any doubt here? No, very good. So other than this subquery we have already discussed couple of topics, right? Can you tell me, can I write the same requirement, ee requirement ni without using subquery, can I write it?
Yes, using join.
Department ID equal to 90.
We can write using join.
Sai Prakash, department ID equal to 90 అని we should not write because this is your requirement. నీ రిక్వైర్మెంట్లో ఎక్కడ కూడా డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి 90 అని ఇవ్వలేదు. వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చారా? నో. సో మనకి ఇచ్చిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ బేస్ చేసుకొని వీ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఎ క్వెరీ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద గివెన్ ఇన్పుట్ ఆర్ గివెన్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్. సో ఇక్కడ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ 90 అనేది, ప్లీజ్ గో ఆన్ మ్యూట్ ప్లీజ్, లాట్ ఆఫ్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ నాయిస్. యా, థ్యాంక్ యూ. సో ఇక్కడ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ 90 అనేది నేను మాన్యువల్గా వెళ్ళి క్వెరీ రన్ చేసుకొని ఇలా చూసి యా ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది, ఇది 90. సో ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళి నేను సింపుల్గా డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఈక్వల్ టు 90 అని ఇచ్చేస్తే వర్క్ అవుతుంది అనడం దట్ ఈజ్ రాంగ్. ఎందుకు రాంగ్ అని అంటే దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ గివెన్ హియర్. ఈ రిక్వైర్మెంట్లో ఇస్తే దట్స్ గుడ్. ఐ వాంట్ టు డిస్ప్లే ద ఎంప్లాయీస్ హూ ఈజ్ వర్కింగ్ ఇన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి 90 అన్నారనుకో, దెన్ యు ఆర్ రైట్. సో ఇక్కడ అలా ఇవ్వకుండా ట్వీక్ చేసి display the employees who is working in executive department ante, for that I have written the subquery. This is absolutely fine. And as Saujanya or someone said, we can also write achieve this requirement using join. Okay, how can I do that? Let me see. Okay, let me write it. Okay, Can you tell me if you can drive me? I can also write that using join.
Select
Okay.
E dot
select
employee
employee ID, dot employee ID,
Okay, Saujanya, please you can go on mute. A lot of background noise. I can write it. Okay.
Oh,
Fine.
okay.
Thank you. Yeah. So E dot first name, E dot
comma
last
E
name,
dot last name,
E dot salary.
E dot salary.
Okay. Then from employees E. Right.
Join
Join
departments D
departments D
on
on
E dot departments ID
E dot
equal
department
to department ID equal to D dot department.
excellent D dot department ID.
Where department ID equal to executive.
So it's not department ID, department name.
Department name equal to
So I can also achieve this using join. Using join also I can achieve this. Okay, but let me tell you. Let me ask you. Is this good approach or is this good approach? You are not sure, right? Yeah. So here, based on the data, cardinality of the data, like one record here, one record here in the department, multiple records here, and and also what we can say, based on the cardinality. So join is costly in the sense it will take time for the executing. It will join these two tables. Okay, it is checking this department ID with this department ID, it's comparing, okay, it's joining, and after joining then it is filtering the data and then giving the result. But here what is happening in this example, it's a small query, independent query that it is running, and it is giving this department ID, and this department ID is given as input to this select, and this select is executed. So here join is costly. Here subquery is less costly. It's based on the data I am saying. Fine. Any confusion? Which one is better here to fetch to achieve this requirement? Subquery or join?
Subquery.
So when we have to go with join, if you want to get the department related columns also, for example, department name, right, and what else we have, D dot some D dot star. For example, if you want to get a department columns also, if you want to get, you can go with join, because here can you get the department details? Can I write department name here? Can I department name Rayacha?
No.
No, we cannot write. What is this? Oh, I cannot put this. The parenthesis is commented. I can put it here. Okay. See, invalid identifier. Why invalid identifier? Department name invalid identifier.
Because in employees table there is no department.
Excellent. See, we cannot see, we are fetching the data only from employees using department ID. Here we are fetching department ID only from departments. So this query is giving 90, and this 90 output is given as input to this department ID. Department ID equal to 90 means employee details we are getting, but we cannot get the this table columns here. This is this column is not cannot be fetched in this outer query. This column can be fetched here in this query inside, right? You got it, right? So if you also want the department name here, then we can go with join. There is no option, right? Understood?
Yes.
Okay, let me give you another requirement. I want you to write the query. You help me, I'll write it. Okay, let me make a requirement.
Hello, you there?
Yes, I am there. Yeah, please tell me.
Okay, no, I was just thinking that my is there any problem with my
No.
internet?
Okay, but try to avoid the background noise, Saujanya. Are you not joining from your home?
I am joining from my home only, but here the wind is quite high. That's why you're getting the background
Fine.
noise.
Okay, I am trying to make another requirement, so I can give it to you, and you can give that to me. Fine. Okay, let me unshare. So I am sharing my screen. Okay, so requirement is display employee ID name, ID name, salary, job ID, job ID, job ID, who are working as president or administration vice president or administration assistant. Okay, So employee ID, name, salary, job ID I want. Who are working as president or administration vice president or administration assistant. Fine. Yeah. So now, so let me give you the hints. We need employee columns, employee table, but the given input, the filter condition is these are the job titles. These are the job titles from jobs table. So in the jobs table we have job title. Okay. So these are the job titles from job table. They have given president, administration vice president or administration assistant. I want to see the employees whose designation or job title is president or administration vice president or administration assistant. So how can we write the subquery?
Select
Okay, select
employee ID,
employee underscore ID,
name, first name,
first name,
salary,
salary, job ID.
job ID.
This is
From
all I want. Yeah.
employees table
From employees table
where
Where?
job equal to
where job ID equal to
select open bracket select
select
job title
job
job
title,
ID
job ID
from
from jobs table.
From job. Yeah.
table
So this one you should know.
Where?
This one you should know based on the given input. So they are asking, they will give you where this information is there. Otherwise you need to check. These are the job titles. You already know the HR schema model, right? ఏ టేబుల్లో ఏ కాలమ్స్ ఉన్నాయో యూ షుడ్ బి నోయింగ్ రైట్ జస్ట్ టు ప్రాక్టీస్ దిస్ రైట్. సో ఇవి జాబ్ టైటిల్స్ అనేది జాబ్ టేబుల్లో ఉంటాయి. ఓకే. స్టార్ట్ డేట్ ఎండ్ డేట్ అనేది జాబ్ స్టార్ట్ డేట్ జాబ్ ఎండ్ డేట్ అనేది జాబ్ హిస్టరీ టేబుల్లో ఉంటుంది. ఓకే. జస్ట్ చెక్ ఇట్ అవుట్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఆల్రెడీ నాట్ చెక్డ్. ఓకే. సో నౌ జాబ్ ఐడి ఫ్రమ్ జాబ్స్
where
వేర్
In
job title in
job title in
జాబ్ టైటిల్ ఇన్. ఓకే.
open
open
bracket
parenthesis.
ఓపెన్ అండ్ క్లోజ్ parenthesis.
president or administration
President, comma, administration vice president, comma, administrative.
This one second value, comma. So this one we have to put in single quotes. You know, right? I'm not repeating it again and again.
Yes.
Okay.
semicolon.
So what happens? Let me check my this query first. Okay. So I am just selecting the second select. I am running it. Some missing right parenthesis. Oh, okay. I have to select this one. Okay, I am getting the data. So that means okay, fine. So can I run this? So now I have to get employee details. Okay, from employee table whose job title is either president or administration vice president or administration assistant. All those employees I should get their ID, first name, last name, salary and job ID, right? So now here it will work or not, let me check. What is the error? It did not work. Why?
Or we can write their job ID in.
Yes, excellent. So let me explain that one to make everyone understand. So here in this subquery, ఇక్కడ సబ్క్వెరీలో చూడండి మీరు, ఈ సబ్క్వెరీలో యు ఆర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ ఓన్లీ వన్ రికార్డ్. ఈ సబ్క్వెరీలో ఒకటే రికార్డ్ వస్తుంది అవుట్పుట్. సో ఓన్లీ వన్ రికార్డ్ అవుట్పుట్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఈక్వల్ టు వర్క్ అయింది. ఓకే. డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి ఈక్వల్ టు 90 అని. బట్ ఇక్కడ వీఆర్ ఫెచింగ్ మోర్ దాన్ వన్ రికార్డ్. ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఎన్ని రికార్డ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. హౌ మెనీ రికార్డ్స్ కమింగ్ అవుట్పుట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద సబ్క్వెరీ?
3 records.
3 records. So job ID equal to these 3 records cannot be equal, right? So we cannot put this job ID equal to these 3 values. That means ఈ క్వెరీలో వచ్చే అవుట్పుట్ మోర్ దాన్ వన్ రికార్డ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు we have to use what we are using ఇక్కడ more than one జాబ్ టైటిల్ more than one ఉంటే ఏం చేస్తున్నాం ఇక్కడ మనం
in
యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం
job id.
సో ఇక్కడ కూడా జాబ్ ఐడి ఇన్. సో దట్ మీన్స్ వీఆర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ మోర్ దెన్ వన్ వాల్యూ హియర్. ఇక్కడ మోర్ దెన్ వన్ వాల్యూ వస్తుందని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు పుట్ దట్ ఇన్. ఓకే, దిస్ వన్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్. సో దీస్ త్రీ వాల్యూస్ గివెన్ యాజ్ జాబ్ ఐడి ఇన్ ఏడి ప్రెస్ కామా ఏడి విపి కామా ఏడి ఏఎస్ఎస్టి లైక్ దట్ అలా అవుతుంది ఇది ఈ అవుట్పుట్. సిమిలర్ టు దిస్ ఇలా సింగిల్ కోడ్స్లో ఎట్లా అయితే మనం హార్డ్ కోడ్ చేసి ఇచ్చామో ఇన్ అని పెట్టి ఇందులో వచ్చిన అవుట్పుట్ ఇందులో అలా మేక్ అవుతుంది. త్రీ వాల్యూస్ కామా 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 అని. సో నౌ యూ సీ ఇట్ విల్ వర్క్. సి దీస్ 4 employees, one employee is working as president, these 2 are vice president, these 2 are this one is administration assistant. You got it? Understood? You can play.
Yes,
You can play
yes.
with a number of requirements and you can write a number of queries using these subqueries. Okay? In the subquery, let me repeat or let me write it here. Did we write anywhere? So in the subquery, inner query is executed first. Inner query is executed first. Its output is given as input to outer query. Got it? This is very much important point. In the subquery, in the where class, we are talking about where class, no? So in the subquery, inner query is executed first and its output is given as input to outer query. Fine? So this requirement and all you can check in the queries notepad. Fine? Okay. Now what is the next thing? Is there any limitation on this in this where class subquery? Yes, there is a limitation. What is that limitation? Limitation is that Oracle allows up to 255 levels of subqueries in the where class. So I have never used this so many 255, but this is just a interview point. How many subqueries you can write in the where class? We can write up to, you can write 1, 2 up to 255 only. Okay, so in our example, how many subqueries we have written in the where class? This is only 1. Here within this also you can write another one. In that also you can write another one. In that also you can write another one. You got it? Let's take one example. So let us see the link. Okay, so this employee has department ID. Okay, and this department has location ID. Okay, this location has country ID. Okay, this country, where is that country? Okay, let me take country name. Now let me ask you this question. First let me check what is the data we have in the country. My favorite is India, US, India, US, Germany. Okay, my question is this now. You might have understood my question also. Okay, now display employees who are working from countries India, what I said,
US.
US.
but I should give the actual value, right? So USA and Germany.
Germany.
Okay, now please tell me how can we write it. I will give you the hint. Okay, now first read the requirement. I want to display the employee details only, but to display the employee details, if there is any filter, that filter should have within the employees table, but here we don't have. We have the filter is on countries. Okay, let me check my employee table. So in my employee table I don't have country information. Okay, where I have countries, I have countries where in countries table I have country. So I have country name here. Okay, so in this what I have, country ID. So do I have country ID in my employee table? No, country ID is not there.
No.
Let me check another table. Do I have country ID in department table? No, I don't have country ID. Do I have country ID in this location table?
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
first you have to get the country ID from location table using the country table. Country table you will get country ID. That country ID you give it to location. So let me write it here. Get country ID from country table and pass it to which table? Location table. Okay, now location table, if I pass this country ID, what I will get? I will get location ID, correct? So location ID. So location ID, do I have that location ID in employees table? No. So what I have? Department table. Let me go to department table. Department table I have location ID? Yes.
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 So pass the location ID to department table. Okay, and get department ID anyways you will get, and then get department ID. Okay, then pass the department ID to which table?
Employees.
Employees.
And fetch the details.
Yes.
These are the hints. Now tell me the query.
Select
Employee. I want
Employee.
right? This is I know already. So employee ID. I will copy this. I want employee first name, last name, salary. Okay. I am putting employee first name, last name, salary. This is my requirement. Now tell me actual query.
from
From
employees.
From
Employees.
employees
Where
Employee ID.
sorry.
Department ID.
Department ID.
Department ID
So
equals.
while writing query, this is our debugging. మనం ఇది క్వెరీ ఎలా రాయాలి అని మన మైండ్లో చేసే డీబగ్గింగ్ ఇది. సో ఫస్ట్ మనకి వచ్చిన ఇన్పుట్ ఏంటి? కంట్రీ నేమ్ ఉంది. యూజింగ్ కంట్రీ నేమ్ గెట్ కంట్రీ ఐడి. యూజింగ్ కంట్రీ ఐడి గెట్ లొకేషన్ ఐడి. యూజింగ్ లొకేషన్ ఐడి గెట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి. యూజింగ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి గెట్ ఎంప్లాయీ డీటెయిల్స్. దిస్ ఇస్ అవర్ డీబగ్గింగ్. ఓకే, వైల్ రైటింగ్ విల్ గో బాటమ్ టు టాప్. వైల్ రైటింగ్ క్వెరీ విల్ గో బాటమ్ టు టాప్. మనకి ఇక్కడ నుంచి డీటెయిల్స్ కావాలి. ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనం ఎలా బ్యాక్ వెళ్తామో చూడండి. సో వేర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి, యువర్ రైట్, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అండర్స్కోర్ ఐడి, అంతేనా? నౌ టెల్ మీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి in excellent in open brace,
select
close brace.
Yeah. Select
Department ID in
department ID.
సో ఇక్కడ మనం డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి పెట్టాం కదా. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు పాస్ దట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి. సో ఇక్కడ సెలెక్ట్లో డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి వస్తుంది. డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి
Yes.
from
From-
location.
No, from department.
Location.
ఫ్రమ్ లొకేషన్.
Table.
సో లొకేషన్
From
డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి ఉందా? లెట్ మీ చెక్.
Departments table.
ఇక్కడ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి లేదు కదా. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు పుట్, సి యూ అండర్స్టూడ్ ద హింట్ ఆల్సో రైట్. మనకి కంట్రీ నేమ్ ఉంది, మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేస్తున్నా, దోస్ హూ ఆర్ నాట్ అండర్స్టూడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇట్. కంట్రీ నేమ్ ఉంది మనకి. సో యూజింగ్ కంట్రీ నేమ్ ఐ విల్ గెట్ కంట్రీ ఐడి ఫ్రమ్ కంట్రీ టేబుల్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ రాస్తుంది నీట్గా. యూజింగ్ కంట్రీ నేమ్ get country id from country table. Okay, and fetch pass it to location table using country get country id to country table. Okay, then again using ఇక్కడ ఏమొస్తుంది కంట్రీ టేబుల్లో లొకేషన్ ఐడియా కంట్రీ టేబుల్లో ఏముంది కంట్రీ ఐడి. సో కంట్రీ ఐడి నుంచి లొకేషన్గా మనం వెళ్ళాల్సింది కంట్రీ ఐడి ఉంది రైట్ ఫైన్. సో యూజింగ్ కంట్రీ ఐడి ఇక్కడ కంట్రీ ఐడి వచ్చింది కదా, యూజింగ్ దిస్ కంట్రీ ఐడి గెట్ లొకేషన్ ఐడి ఫ్రమ్ లొకేషన్ టేబుల్. ఓకే, లొకేషన్ ఐడి వచ్చింది. యూజింగ్ దట్ లొకేషన్ ఐడి get department id from department table. Okay, using that department id fetch employee details. Okay, now it should be interesting. So select employee name and the columns from employee where department ID. So we have to go from bottom to top. While writing query. So department ID in what we have to fetch? Department ID. Department ID is where? Department ID is where? From
Department.
Department table. Departments. Okay.
Where?
In
Where?
Where?
No. So where?
Location ID equal to location ID in
Location ID in
Yes.
open brace
Open. Select
location ID
location ID
location ID
select location ID
from
locations
where
country ID
country ID
in
in
open brace select country ID in countries table.
No. Select country
select
Select
country
country ID from
countries
countries.
Where?
Let me put each level in one line. Okay, this is one level. Okay, this is one level. I am putting this where condition in the below. This is second level. Okay, so here where condition I am putting in, this is third level. Okay, now I am fetching country ID from which table?
Countries. Where?
Countries. Where? Again where?
Country name country name
Country name.
country
Country underscore name.
Where country name? In
in
India, comma
India comma US
This one I
comma
have to copy. Comma. Okay, 3 values. I'll copy this one. Okay, so when you go and see here, Germany is in init cap, India also, everything is init cap in this table, but I am not sure. The requirement is given in the caps letters all. For example, everything is given in caps. So if, as you know, data is case sensitive. మనకు డేటాబేస్లో డేటా అనేది కేస్ సెన్సిటివ్. ఒరాకిల్లో ఎస్క్యూఎల్ సర్వర్లో కేస్ సెన్సిటివ్ కాదు, బట్ ఒరాకిల్లో డేటా అనేది కేస్ సెన్సిటివ్, రైట్? సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఇక్కడ క్యాప్స్ ఇస్తే ఐఎమ్ నాట్ షూర్ డేటాబేస్లో కంట్రీ నేమ్ క్యాప్స్లో ఉందా తెలియదు, ఇదిలో ఉందా తెలియదు. దెన్ హౌ కెన్ వీ హ్యాండిల్ దిస్ వన్ కేస్ సెన్సిటివిటీ?
we can write where unit name of
సారీ,
init cap of country name.
yes, excellent. So ikkada either you have to use init cap, upper, lower, and give that matching case here. I want to give upper. So upper of country name in. So that means whatever the country name, it will be converted in uppercase. Upper of country name in, then it will be matched. India is in init cap. So I made upper. Upper India, it's matching, right? So similarly like this one. This one also. United States of America. United States of America. Fine. So Germany is already in caps. So now you see, we don't have the department details. We are getting it from department table. We don't have department location details. We are getting it from location table. We don't have country details. We are getting it from countries table. We don't have country name. So that country name is given in the requirement. So that requirement is given here. So how many levels of subqueries here? 1, 2, 3. How many?
3.
3 levels of subqueries. So like this, how many we can write? Max?
255.
255.
Max 255 you can write it. Let me execute. See here. These are the employees who are working in 45 employees, 69 employees. They are working in
India,
India,
USA.
US and Germany. Okay. So I hope you already understood now, right? Using where class. Fine. So now this is very important, using where class, the subqueries. Any questions? Anybody? Okay. Somebody is
No.
fine. So let me go to the next one. Next one is what? From class. From class. Okay. So subqueries in from class are also called as inline views. Inline views. Okay. So subquery in from class also has got another name. That name is inline views. Inline views. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you one example. Let me think of one example. Give me a minute. Okay. So now let's discuss about from class. I have got one requirement in my mind. So now we are discussing from class subquery, also called as inline view. Inline view. Okay. Now my requirement is display total salary given in the display the I'll write like this, display the department name and total salary given in that department, in the department. Okay, so this is my requirement, REQ. So I want to display department ID, department name. Along with that, I want to display the total salary given in that department. In that department, how many employees are there? For example, 10 employees. 10 each employee is getting salary. The total salary I want to get. You understand the requirement?
No, I didn't understood it.
Okay, fine. For example, if you take department ID 10, department ID 10, in that department 2 employees are working. One has 1 lakh salary, another one has 2 lakh salary. So I want to display department 10, department name sales. Total salary given in this department is 1 lakh plus 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. Okay, I have department ID 20 and it is accounting. In that 3 employees are working. Okay, so 3 employees are getting 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs. I have to display department ID 20, department name accounting, total salary 6 lakhs. Understand?
Yes, even you want the department ID.
Yeah, department ID, department name and total salary
yeah.
given in that department. So can you think what are all the different tables involved to display this? మనం ఈ క్వెరీ రాయాలంటే మనకి
Employee and department.
ఎంప్లాయీ అండ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అబ్సల్యూట్లీ కరెక్ట్. 2 టేబుల్స్ చాలు. దే ఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ రిలేటెడ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, సో అది డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్లో ఉంది. అండ్ ఆల్సో దే ఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్ శాలరీ. శాలరీ ఈజ్ నాట్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్. వేర్ ఇస్ ఇట్?
Employees table.
ఇన్ ఎంప్లాయీస్. సో 2 టేబుల్స్ని మనం ఇక్కడ ఇన్వాల్వ్ చేయాలి. సో యూజింగ్ ఇన్లైన్ వ్యూ హౌ కెన్ ఐ రైట్? యూ జస్ట్ సీ. ఓకే, నేను ఎలా రాస్తాను చూడండి. సో వాట్ ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు డిస్ప్లే? డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద డైరెక్ట్ కాలమ్ ఆర్ డిరైవ్డ్ కాలమ్? డిరైవ్డ్ కాలమా? అది డైరెక్ట్ కాలం కదా. డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్ అనేది డైరెక్ట్ కాలం కదా.
Yes, direct column.
యా, డైరెక్ట్ కాలం. direct column or direct column, okay, not derived column, okay. But what is the other one they are asking? Total salary. Total salary is the direct column or it should be derived?
Should be derived.
It should be derived. అంటే మనం అగ్రిగేట్ చేసి గ్రూప్ బై చేసి మనం ఆ కాలమ్ని డిరైవ్ చేయాలి. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఏ డైరెక్ట్ కాలమ్. మనకు శాలరీ ఉంది కానీ టోటల్ శాలరీ కాలం ఉందా? లేదు, రైట్? ఓకే, సో ఏదైతే డైరెక్ట్ కాలమ్స్ మనం ఉన్నాయో, సో దట్ ఈస్ ద డైరెక్ట్ టేబుల్. దట్ మీన్స్ ఫస్ట్ మనం డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్లోంచి ఈ కాలమ్స్ని తీసుకోవాలి. సి హౌ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్. సెలెక్ట్, జస్ట్ అండర్స్టాండ్, దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఫస్ట్ టైమ్ నో ఐ విల్ రైట్ ఇట్. ఓకే, సెలెక్ట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ID comma department name. Okay, department ID comma department name from departments. Okay, so if I execute this, what happens? What is wrong? Department. Okay, department. Okay, so this is fine. So I am getting department ID. Department ID, department name from departments table. Okay, so some 10% or 20% of the query is completed. So remaining 80% I have to work. What I have to do? I have to give this particular department related total salary. సో అంటే ఆ డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో ఎంతమంది ఉంటే అంతమంది ఎంప్లాయీస్ శాలరీని సమ్ చేసేసి I have to display it here. So before that, how can I do? What I can do? So now you tell me, department wise, how can I get that some total salary? Can you write me a independent query where I'll get the department wise total salary?
Select.
You want department wise total salary?
Yes, department ID wise total salary I want.
Department ID from departments.
See, I am asking a simple query that we already discussed. Okay, don't think about inline view. Forget about inline view. Now I am asking you, just write me a query. I want department ID wise total salary. How many tables involved here?
Department ID is there in employees table. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
It is
Yes.
there, no? You already know. Department ID is there in employee table.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So how many tables are
Depart-
involved here? First tell me that.
2.
One table.
Only one table, yeah. So
Yes,
department
one
ID wise salary I am asking. Department ID is
Yeah,
there in
department-
employee. Salary also
Mass
there. Okay? So I want department ID comma
Sum
Sum
of
of-
salary
sum of salary
Some of from
from employees table,
from employees.
table
group by department ID.
group
Yeah.
by
Group by
Department ID.
department underscore ID.
yeah.
So it's working fine?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Excellent. So this detail like department ID and salary both I have to pass it to this query. Like I have to pass this department ID to this department table. Along with that I want to give the sum of salary in the display. For that we use inline view. How we do that? Let's see. See this you only told. You know this very well. This is very simple group by query. Simple group by query. This simple group by query, what I will do, I will copy this simple group by query. Okay, I will put it in the from class. Okay, I will open brace, close brace. Okay, select department ID comma sum of salary as total salary. Okay, sum of salary as total salary from employees. This one. So here I will rename this I'll consider this subquery as a table. I'll consider this subquery as a table again, and I'll put it alias. I'll give this alias to this subquery. Which alias I can give? Let me give subq. Otherwise subquery 1. Fine. So I'm just giving alias name. You can give any name. Like I can give like EMP sum of sal. Like that you can give any name, not an issue. Okay, so in this table what are all the columns we can access using this emp sum sal? Using this alias name, how many columns we can access and what are all the columns?
2 columns.
2 columns. One is department ID, one is total sal.
Yeah.
Okay, these 2 columns are within the scope of this alias name. Okay, using this alias name you cannot access employee ID, employee name, nothing, because you are not deriving all those. You only selected department ID, sum of salary, which is named as total sal. Okay. One second. Okay, so this is clear, na? So now what I have to do, how can I join this one and this one, department and this one? Just go to where class, put a where class here, this departments you name it as D, this subquery you name it as EMP sum sal. So that means I just gave a meaningful name. Employee table lo sum of salary తీసుకుంటున్నాను కాబట్టి EMP sum salary ఇచ్చారు. You can give any name. You can give ABCD also. That's fine, up to you. Okay. Now how can I link these two? D dot department ID equal to EMP sum sal dot department ID. Department ID is there here also, no? Department ID. Okay, department ID. So now I have department ID also, this from this table, department ID also from this subquery. Will this work? ఇక్కడ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి ఏ టేబుల్ నుంచి వస్తుంది, ఎక్కడ నుంచి వస్తుందని మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు. Will this work?
No.
What error we will
Yes,
get?
yes, it will work now. Because we have written from department D.
From department. So in this from we have another subquery also. From this subquery also we are getting department total salary, right? I will get ambiguous column ambiguously defined, right? So in joins, you remember in joins, you join employee table with the department table. You give department ID means column ambiguously joined. So you have to give, you have to mention from which source you are getting this department ID. Are you getting from D dot department ID? Are you getting from EMP sum salary department ID, right? So I am giving here E dot D dot. Okay, you confused? Let me tell you. So if I execute this one here, EMP sum sal, what is this? EMP sum sal. One second. See here what you got? Column ambiguously defined. For example, if you are getting the same column from two sources, see in the from class you are getting the same column from here, also from here. In that case, you have to define from which source you are getting. So either you have to define it D dot if you are getting it from department table, either you have to define this one. This one we already discussed. You forgot? Any doubt? Am I on mute? Yes or no?
No.
Fine. Okay. Fine. Yeah, let me tell you. So first we selected department salary, and that one we used in the subquery. Okay, that subquery we have given in the from clause. Okay, so I am treating this subquery also another table. I am treating this subquery also as another table. So I should join these two tables. I have a common column. What is that? Department ID. Departments table lo department ID undi. Ee subquery lo kuda department ID undi. So this department, this department. So here, this is also my another table only, no? I can get all the columns from here also, right? So what are the two columns I have? Dot department ID, comma, dot, what is the next column? Next column ఏంటి? ఇందులో నెక్స్ట్ కాలమ్ ఏముంది?
Salary.
Dot underscore sal. Dot underscore sal. Okay. So now let me query this one. Okay. So administration in this department we are giving total 4,400. Can you check? Go and validate. Select star from employees where department ID equal to 10. 10 లో ఎంత ఉండాలి? 4,400. Oh, single ఉంది. Let's take another one. Testing cannot be done with single. So let's take this 20. 19,000. See here. So there are two employees are working in department 20. Correct? So total salary, one is taking 13,000, one is taking 6,000. Total how much? 19,000. So that we got it here. So this query is working fine, right? So similarly you can validate for a couple of more. But how this query is working? How this query is working? Let me explain you. So first I want to display department ID, department name, total salary. Correct? So I have department ID, department name from department table. Total salary means salary I have in employee table. Employee table I will go, department ID wise I will fetch I will derive the total salary. Total salary function is sum. Sum of salary is total salary. So here sum of salary I am giving column alias as total salary. Total salary from employees table group by this one. So this query I am taking as subquery in this main query. ఈ మెయిన్ క్వెరీలో సో ఇక్కడ ఈ కాలమ్స్ లేవు, ఫస్ట్ ఈ కాలమ్స్ లేవు, ఇలా ఉంది. సో ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ ఇట్ యాజ్ సబ్ క్వెరీ ఇన్ ద ఫ్రమ్ క్లాస్. సో ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ దిస్ సబ్ క్వెరీ alias name, that is EMP sum sal. So this also one table only. I am thinking this also one table. So this, what happens? See here, it is giving data. It is giving data. correct? So first what happens, first this query is executed first, this query is executed first. ఈ క్వెరీ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిన తర్వాత దీని అవుట్పుట్ ఉంది కదా, ఈ అవుట్పుట్ని ఒక టేబుల్ లాగా, ఈ టేబుల్ లాగా కన్సిడర్ చేస్తుంది ఫ్రమ్ క్లాస్. ఫ్రమ్ క్లాస్లో మనం ఏం పెడతాం, టేబుల్సే కదా. సో దిస్ విల్ బి ట్రీటెడ్ యాజ్ అనదర్ టేబుల్. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఇన్లైన్ వ్యూ. సో ఇన్లైన్ వ్యూ అంటే మనం ఒక వ్యూని క్రియేట్ చేయట్లేదు, బట్ వీఆర్ ట్రీటింగ్ దిస్ అవుట్పుట్ యాజ్ సబ్ క్వెరీ అండ్ ట్రీటింగ్ దిస్ యాజ్ వ్యూ. అండ్ ఈ రెండింటిని మనం జాయిన్ చేయాలి. ఈ రెండింటిని జాయిన్ చేయాలి అని అంటే వీ హ్యావ్ ఏ కామన్ కండిషన్. సో జాయిన్ చేస్తే ఈచ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కి ఈ టోటల్ శాలరీని డిస్ప్లే చేయొచ్చు కదా. సో డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ టేబుల్, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ టేబుల్ అండ్ టోటల్ శాలరీ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ టేబుల్. దిస్ టేబుల్ అంటే ఇది ఈఎంపీ సమ్ శాల్ డాట్, ఇక్కడ సమ్ ఆఫ్ శాలరీ ఇవ్వద్దు, ఆల్రెడీ అలియాస్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చాం కదా, ఇది ఇచ్చేయాలి. ఓకే,
It is same like join, but only the difference is we are here in inline view we are writing select twice and not giving the join, means not writing join.
excellent, yeah,
But
same.
it is similar like
Same.
that.
Similar to join only, but it is better than join, like performance wise, cost wise. In join what happens, both tables will be scanned. Based on the join condition, both tables will be joined, right? After joining you have to do that aggregation, correct? And if there is any duplicate records, join will give multiple records. Yes,
Yes.
okay. So to avoid all those, what I did, I made this aggregation in subquery. So this is fixed, right? So 12 rows we are getting, this is fixed. So this one I am considering as an inline view. In the from class I am putting this subquery within parenthesis, I am giving alias name. Then similar to join, I am just joining here. In the where class I am joining, not with on condition, on keyword. So where condition లో నేను d dot department ని emp sum sal dot department ని జాయిన్ చేశాను, రైట్? ఓకే, సో జాయిన్ చేసిన తర్వాత then I am displaying. So what columns I can display here? All the columns from department I can display here. Only the columns derived here I can display here. ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఉంది కాబట్టి నేను రిమూవ్ చేశాను. ఓన్లీ టోటల్ శాలరీ ఐఎమ్ డిస్ప్లేయింగ్ హియర్. సో ఇక్కడ ఏమొస్తుంది, ఐఎమ్ గెటింగ్ ఈచ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఐడి, ఈచ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్ అండ్ ద టోటల్ శాలరీ డిరైవ్డ్ హియర్. ఇక్కడ డిరైవ్ చేసిన టోటల్ శాలరీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వైజ్గా అంటే 10కి ఈ 10కి ఎంత శాలరీ ఉందో అంత శాలరీని ఇక్కడ డిస్ప్లే చేస్తున్నా. సో 110కి 20308. ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ మీ, నో ప్రాబ్లమ్. దిస్ ఇస్ ఫస్ట్ టైమ్ వీఆర్ రైటింగ్, నో, యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ మీ, ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ. ఈవెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ సిల్లీ డౌట్ ఆల్సో, నాట్ ఎ ప్రాబ్లమ్. ఆస్క్ మీ ఎనీ డౌట్ ఆర్ యూ అండర్స్టూడ్ ఇట్, ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? Yes, okay. 1 yes I got. Remaining 6 people, yes or no, you understood it or not? If అర్థమైతే ఎస్ అని చెప్పండి, లేదంటే నో అని చెప్పండి. డోంట్ కీప్ సైలెంట్.
Yes. I understood.
Very good. Next. Anybody know? Let me ask this way. Anybody know? I will explain. That's it. Anybody know? Nobody know. Yeah, Bhavani, you did not understand?
Understand, sir.
Very good. Anybody know? No problem. It's not a problem. నాకు అర్థం కాలేదని చెప్పుంటే అది ప్రాబ్లమే కాదు.
Understand, sir.
Very good, very good, very good. Okay, fine. Let's go with another one. We are running late. From class is done. What is the next one? In which class we can write another one, another subquery? Select class, right?
Yeah.
Select class. Okay. Before that we have to write any limitation. No limitation. You can write n number of tables in from class. Limitation for from class. No limit. Unlimited number of subqueries can be number of subqueries can be there in from class. Okay, so that's the reason I am going to the next one. select class. So we can also write a subquery in the select class. We can also write a subquery in the select class. Let me think of a requirement. Okay, I'm back. Let me unshare my screen. I'm checking one example so that you will understand it. Subquery in the select class, right? What I'll do, similar requirement above, I'll just tweak it. Okay, similar requirement above. Now requirement is display department ID, department name, okay, total number of employees working in the department. Okay, requirement is almost same, but using select class subquery will write it now. Using select class subquery. So everything is almost same here, but the thing is this subquery is there, no? This one will be sitting here in the select class. You understood? సేమ్ ఇప్పుడు ఇందాక మనం ఇన్లైన్ వ్యూ రాసాం కదా. ఇన్లైన్ వ్యూ మీన్స్ వాట్? సబ్ క్వెరీ ఇన్ ద ఫ్రమ్ క్లాస్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ ఇన్లైన్ వ్యూ. కరెక్ట్? ఆర్ యూ దేర్ guys?
Yes.
Yes. Fine. Yeah. Now I am giving one example. Okay, in the select class how can we write a subquery? So I am taking this requirement, display the department ID, department name, total number of employees working in that department. Anyways, we using one simple single employee table I cannot do this because I don't have department name in my employee table. Correct? So for this I have to write a subquery. So how can I write the subquery? I can write it here also. Simply I can go here, instead of sum of salary, what I can put? Department wise count.
Count of
Count.
employee.
Count of employee ID. If I put it here, I will get the result. Okay, but using select class, how can I write that one? I am just taking this subquery, I will put it here. See here, first department ID, department name, I can get it, right? Simply I can get it, department ID comma department department, what is that, name. Okay, from department ID, right? So this one, sorry, departments here.
Departments.
From department.
So this one we know, but here I want another column, count, total number of employees working in this department. Okay, using subquery in the select class. So that means where we have to write this one, this column where we have to derive in the select class itself, direct, comma, comma, open brace, close brace. In this select class only I am writing subquery. So in the subquery what I have to fetch?
Count of employee.
Number of employees.
Department ID wise total number of employees. Correct? Yeah. Tell me the query. Select count of employee ID, otherwise write employee ID from
Employees.
employees. That's it.
Group by employee ID.
So if you give like this, it will give result. But what it will give na? It will give
By
107, 107, 107. For each department it will give 107 records. Because in this query we are taking 107. We are not grouping it by. If you are grouping it by department, department ID wise count you will get. Okay? So group by department ID. Fine. So this one I am giving name as what I will give as what EMP count. Fine. Now so this is now giving department wise count, right? Department wise count it is giving. Total 12 departments are there, 12 department wise counts it is giving. But we have to display these counts specific to this ID, specific to this name. We have to join this department ID. We have to join this department ID with this department, correct? Oh, I did not mention department ID here. Department ID. Fine. Department ID. Department ID. Right? So no, I should not give department ID here. Yeah. So this is select class, no. So in this select class we are putting whatever we should only give only one column. Remember, subquery you are putting in select class, it will display all those columns, no. So we have to put only, we want only count. So we have to put only this one. So whatever join you are doing here, where you are doing, so here. So in the from class the subquery you are putting, you are joining in the where condition, right? But here when you are doing this in the select class, within this itself you join in the select class itself. Okay, so let me write that one, where department ID equal to this one D. I'll put it as D. Name it as D. Okay. D dot. Fine. So this one department ID equal to D dot department ID. Okay. Select count from employees group by department ID. Before that I am joining this subquery department with the outer query. Okay, so now let's run it. 10 administration, we have only 1 employee. 20 marketing, we have 2 employees. 30 purchasing, we have 6 employees. 50 shipping, we have 45 employees. 60 IT, we have 5 employees. So let me repeat this one for you. See, inline view, we have written the subquery in the from clause, right? I have taken the similar requirement. So in this requirement, I want to display department name wise employee count. Okay, so subquery within this, instead of from class, what I am putting in the select class only. But make sure whatever columns you are writing it here, it should be only one column, because you have to display only one column, right? So this count of employee ID I have taken. So group by I have done. What extra I have taken? Extra I have done is I joined this D department ID in the subquery itself. Okay, subquery itself. Now can I write this subquery independently? Can I write this subquery? Can I execute this subquery independently?
No.
No.
Why?
No.
Alias name was there.
No. Let me ask you this.
No, because there is
Department.
we have written no department
excellent,
ID is equal to
excellent.
dot
Because there is a department join. Because this table is referring to the outer query. Right? So here, if you take this subquery in the previous example, is this subquery referring to the outer query? No.
Yes.
In the previous example, subquery I selected, is this subquery referring or using outer query? Outer query means what? Another table?
No.
It is not using, no. This is an independent subquery, right? I can execute it. 12 rows selected. But here in this select count of group by, I am joining this department with this department table. So it is referring to the outer query. So I cannot execute this independently. I cannot execute it because D dot department ID is outside of this query. D dot department ID is outside. This department table is outside. So this is called correlated subquery. This is called what? Correlated subquery. That means this subquery cannot be executed independently. This is related with your main query. This is my main query, right? From this one. So this main query, this subquery are correlated. So what happens? This cannot be executed independently. Okay, I'll you know what I'll do? I will repeat this correlated subquery tomorrow also. But you understand it. I am displaying the count using the subquery in the select class itself. Okay, the select class
Yes, with more examples we can understand it more clearly.
Yes. I'll give you more example on this. One more example also I can give you tomorrow. Okay. So now this one you understood now. I gave the join. Why? Because I want to display department wise, right? This department wise I want to display this count. That is the reason this department equal to the D dot department. Okay. So tomorrow we'll give some more examples on this, but you try to understand the different subqueries. Fine. So practice, and tomorrow we'll deal with more examples. You can also search more examples so that you will understand it. Fine. So tomorrow we'll start some functions, and if there is any other topic, conditional statements also. Conditional statements like case when, if then else also we'll discuss. Fine. Any questions before I close this call?
No.
Anyone else has got any question?